You know what this means? It's time for another new knife day. This one's one I've been looking at for quite a while. Knives and tools, by the way. But because it's pretty expensive, I've actually held off of it. It's Wee. And as you can see, the Scamp. Yeah, I thought this looked pretty nice, but it's around about the £200 mark, depending on where you go, like over or under, and that's a lot. So the packaging's actually very professional, really nice, and then you get that little pouch there. No complaints about that. Now I have heard they do make their knives. Oh yeah, that's very nice presentation. Like, get your thing, warranty. There we go. What we got there? Extended and important warranty. Okay, so it doesn't even tell you what the warranty is there. Well, fair enough. And then you get yourself a lot of desiccant gel. A little small boy. And there we go. Yeah, it definitely looks better in person than it does on any of the online photos. The spring is very light, very light. But it's got a nice enough walk and talk. Centering is pretty bang on there. There's a teeny weeny little bit of blade play on that. Like, it's minuscule. It's not really, but not really classed as blade play, I guess. It's just, but it's not ultra locked in. That is really well done. Look at that. That's some good work on there. Finishing across the whole thing's pretty nice. What's that, a T6 and 2T, or 2 T6s and a T8? Do you get your stop pin so it won't slam into the back of the spring? You get your nice little WE logo there. Sort of like a hand finished grind on that blade, and there's actually nothing written on that blade whatsoever. That's odd, very different. This is S35VN with the titanium handle. Yeah, this is very satisfying to use. Let's get it disassembled. Oh, they've used blue Loctite on this as well. And that is, of course, a captive pivot just on the side there. Blue Loctite on that as well. So pretty nice and gently. Oh, it's not going to want to play ball, is it? There we go. And there you can see the lanyard pin. the spring in all its glory, which is, you know, blackened along with the titanium scales. You've got a teeny tiny little phosphor bronze washer. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Nice and simple. This actually might not be too hard to reassemble. As long as this doesn't ruin everything. Cool, well that's gone forever. I'm going to have to look that up in my spare time, I guess.
But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
One hour later.
Okay, so it's very easy to put back together as long as you don't lose any of the bits. Found it. You got a lovely piece of sculpted titanium. Obviously dropped the screw as well, which is also titanium, so I couldn't use a magnet to pick it up, and it fell down a little gap. It's all right. Like about an hour later, I found it. This is back together. Lovely. So yeah, I quite like the action on this. The blade's rather unassuming. You know, it's just a simple, like I said, the grind, the hand ground thing. Nothing special on that. Although I prefer this over nail nicks. I like that very much. The pull weight's very light. Although the closing spring, I wouldn't say that's strong either. Oh wait, what's this? I have a way to test that now. Give me a second. It's a spring scale for fishing. This one's actually quite a high range, 25 pounds, 12 kilos, but it's the only one I could find that has a stop marker or a peak indicator. All the rest just do that and then they go straight back up, which is sort of useless because obviously if you're weighing something that's fine, but if you're measuring the force of something, if you're actually trying to use this as a Newton meter, where the knife's going to like slide off or snap open, you can't hold it. You're measuring a pull, so it's a little bit difficult. So I had to get one with a peak. Haven't really gone past, well, I don't think I've got anywhere near 2 kilos yet, but the idea is pop one of these on and I measure it from where the manufacturer wants you to open it. So just about there. And then I measure from closed to half stop, and then I'll push on, it's always about midway, I push from open to half stop. So for this one, you gotta be very careful to not let it get caught on the half stop. So that one is very light pull. That's about 200 grams. It's gonna have to be approx because, you know, it's not a very accurate. And this one, yeah, see, look, barely anything. We'll try that again. It's about the same to close it from halfway, just like that. Yeah, 200 open, 200 close. So it's not an ultra strong spring by any means, but there are some that, like the Viper Key is reigning king at the moment. Obviously that won't mean much to anyone by itself, so I've got a Google Sheets page with them all ranked in order of like spring toughness, and you can go and look there and contextualize what that means. It's all available in grams and pounds as well for anyone that's using Imperial. So first impressions of this, yeah, it's a lot better looking in person. It's another one of them. There's so many of these that, like, honestly, on this camera it just looks, but in person this looks so much nicer. I still, even with like how impressive this is, the action's perfect for me. Managed to get rid of that blade play. Just needed a tiny little bit of tightening. You know how well sculpted everything is, that's got the stop pin, all that. I still, 200's a lot. I mean, it's titanium and S35BN. You can get similar for £70 from Tucson. And it's, you know, sculpted again. Fit and finish on it looks great, but like I said, that'll be a full review. It's very light as well, very light. But yeah, looking at it right now, looks like it'll be nice, but I don't think I'm gonna recommend this one just because of the price tag. It might change though, it might be stunning. I'll tell you what I haven't checked. The whole reason you get these no issue. Not an issue at all with that. Sharpness is fine out of the box anyway. Obviously you can always change that. So yeah, it looks great. It's just also very expensive. Will it live up to the price tag? Find out when I do the full review in about 4 weeks. Cheers for watching, guys. WE Scamp.